The Mattapoiset Women's Club was organized in the fall of 1941. Mrs. Paula Keller Zita was the first president, and the first organizational meeting was held on October 21st at her home on North Street.
Hello, you're watching Wareham here at WCTV with me, your host, Queen Banda. Today with me in the studio are the women from the Mattapoiset Women's Club. Today with me is Elaine and Kathy. So ladies, may you please further introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Elaine Botello, and I was the previous president for 2 years of the Mattapoiset Women's Club, and I've lived in Mattapoiset since 2005, and I joined the club in 2011 after I retired from teaching. So
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
And
I'm Kathy McAuliffe, and I'm presently the president of the Women's Club. And as Elaine said, I was also vice president for 2 years. And during Elaine's presidency, we knew that the 75th anniversary was coming up. So she said, we've got to think of something. I know we'll probably have a tea, but we've got to do something. And that's how the Women's Club research and filming of a DVD of the 75-year history.
Welcome. We are happy that you can join us as the Mattapoiset Women's Club celebrates its 75th year and Diamond Jubilee, showcasing the organization's civic, social, educational, and philanthropic activities. We are proud of our organization and our club members who participated enthusiastically in the extensive research and preparation for this historical documentary.
Very good. And I've watched that DVD. It's very thorough in the history of what this organization is about. And I must say, you know, just hearing the word Women's Club, I'm thinking older ladies, messing around with flowers, you know, fancy aprons, showing you, it's like Martha Stewart kind of TV show, you understand? But that video put me to shame, because that video, is, you know, the way it depicted you guys, it's not like that. You guys are much more than wearing fancy aprons and, you know, talking about homemaking. So would you please talk to us a little bit about what the organization stands for?
Well, the Women's Club, you know, we're always welcoming any woman or even a gentleman who would like to join us. And most of us are already had careers, and we're raising a family and have even grandchildren. So, but there's a component of, after I moved to Mattapoiset, I really wanted to have an opportunity to get to know more people. So that's why I joined the Women's Club, and primarily for the gardening group.
And you're both in Wareham Garden Club and Mattapoiset?
Yes, I'm in the Wareham Garden Club as well. So I love planting. I like playing in dirt. I've loved playing in soil since I was little. My grandmother had the most beautiful roses, and that love of plants is instilled. And then I got elected to be president. I was at a nominating committee in my house with about 8 ladies, and they all looked at me and said, you'd be perfect to be president.
Yes. Kathy, would you please touch upon the different activities such as the scholarships or the fundraising that the organization is doing?
As you can see, the brays here, those are our objectives of the club that were founded in 1941. And they have followed through for that for the last 75 years. And education, the scholarships were very, very important. In fact, the first scholarship that was given was $5 to Center School, went up to 9th grade at that time. And so the one that graduated from there, from the high school part of it, got a $5 scholarship. And then from then on through bake sales it would start with, or just all this fundraising, and they were very, very inventive, especially in the 60s for their fundraising. But through the years, we've raised up to about, what the best we could estimate was about $100,000 that we have given away in scholarships.
Now, for your scholarships, what are the criteria? What are the qualifications for somebody to be given this scholarship?
Well, with the schools in the area that we have, it would be, we have selected schools. So I think I know it's Old Rochester, the Tri-Town School. And then it's Old Colony, and I think it's New Bedford Vocational. You know, I think so. And the agriculture
Bishop
school,
Stang.
Bishop Stang, and the agricultural school. And they just simply put in an application, and we have a committee, about 3, usually 4 women, that'll review them, and then they will select. You know, we had this year, the last few years, we've been able to give out 4 $1,000 scholarships.
Are they only towards girls? Or,
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
Open to everybody.
You saw it in the
Absolutely.
beginning
Yeah.
of the club. You know, in 40s, 50s, it was all women, young ladies that were getting them. But then as time went on, especially in the 60s, and how things were changing, and anybody can apply.
Yeah. Nursing.
Yes.
Many women were going into nursing for their college degrees, so.
And speaking of nursing, I mean, that sense of healing and public service,
Yeah.
the organization has been dedicating itself to for public service since the beginning. I mean, during World War II, there were women in the organization whose sons were fighting the war.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Wow. And so how does that continue? What kind of things do you guys do right now that's similar to those things?
Well, we're always there for town and for civic work that we do. We personally, when the club formed, and it was in October, and it was December that World War II was declared. So at that time, it was very concentrated. It was all civic work for the Red Cross, for the hospitals, bandages, and that was the focus in the way of life. And that even went on through with the Korean War, and then, of course, the Desert Storm.
Desert Storm.
With Desert Storm. And there were 5 women from the town of Mattapoiset who had their sons there at the same time in the Desert Storm. And as time has gone on, we still, if an event happens, we will focus on it, but that hasn't been part of a lot of our civic work recently. You know?
Yes.
Because we really haven't had the wars and the impact, you know, the conflicts that they did at that time with Vietnam
Yes.
and all the way through.
And, luckily, all the sons were able to return back to
That is
Mattapoiset,
correct.
in good health. So, a little fun fact. I mean, watching the video once again, the fabulous video that I recommend for everybody to watch. When the club was founded back in 1941, right? There were 85 members.
There were about 70,
70.
when
Oh,
they
70.
first began.
Okay.
And then it went up to 85 very
members.
quickly.
Yes. And so it cost them, the membership fee was $1.25.
Right.
All right. And an additional 25 cents for those who want to, the newly members,
Yes.
right?
Those who are not part of the original charter.
Yes. So I'm thinking, wow, is that still the same deal?
Well, probably compared to the economy,
Yes.
it's $25, which I think is very,
Very reasonable.
And we have various groups within our club. We have the Garden Club, and they are responsible for the garden tour, which is a biennial event. And that one draws in a lot of our scholarship money. And
The garden group's seasonal plantings at the Route 6 Triangle, Town Hall, Post Office, Library, and Historical Museum have been welcome delights to residents and visitors alike. Since 1999, our garden tour has been a biennial summer highlight.
we have a bridge group. There are 2 bridge groups. There's Great Decisions, which is our more of a political, socioeconomic discussion group. They meet at the library, and that
involves the
in
whole
the
town.
winter.
Anybody can join.
It's open to anyone, not just our town, but to the public. New Bedford, Wareham, anyone can join.
And speaking of discussions, back again from watching the video, the organization hosted many different topics.
Get out the vote.
Get out the vote.
Get out the vote, fight crime.
Fight crime.
They have
did
safety vests for
financial
bicycle.
discussions.
Yeah.
So these are the still types
candidates'
of
night.
organization, the topics discussions that they're still hosting?
Yep, absolutely. We're still supportive of the bike path, which we're hoping is going to finally finish at Depot Street. And so we're still supportive of that. Our monies, let's see, what else are we responsible for? Oh, Civic. By far, Civic. The beautification in the town is done by our garden group of ladies.
But also, too, is through the years, the club has become involved with the town, where they were going to rebuild the gazebo, and this was back in the 60s, and they needed $6,000 for the goal, and at that time the club gave $1,000, and that was a lot of money in the 60s. And also, when they put on the addition for the library, I think, don't quote.
They donated.
No, but I think it was around $3,000 or $3,500 that they pledged, and it took them a couple of years to complete the pledge, but they did that.
It seems there are a lot of things happening. There's a lot of involvement. There's a lot of public service. It's work. It's actually work. So
That's right.
Is it a matter of you have to be a certain type of woman, maybe have a certain social status or money, to be involved? Because this is time
creativity,
commitment.
the variety of the ladies.
We're extremely
All
fortunate.
of our different backgrounds. We have insurance and banking, gals, teaching, nursing. And so all of us come from different backgrounds, but we just...
And life experiences
life
that we can contribute.
And also our families. So all of us know our families come first.
Yes.
And but our dedication to one another is absolutely, we're always there for each other.
Do you have to be from Mattapoiset?
No.
Okay.
No.
People from New Bedford, Wareham.
And actually
Marion.
that fits under the poem of gardening. Do you remember that poem?
Yes, yes.
What a sweet
something
poem.
about the peas.
Yes.
And the L for lettuce. Let us always work together. I wish I had memorized that poem. That
I
poem,
know.
if they watch the DVD, it is so perfect, and I think it really exemplifies how we feel. One of the things, too, that we did that was remarkable for Civic and also went national, in 1969, we have an island, a triangle, down on Route 6 and Church Street. And during Lady Bird Johnson's time, she believed in Beautify America. That was her theme. Well, here, all the way down to a little town of Mattapoiset, the Women's Club took the initiative to beautify America, that we wanted to encourage businesses to have a more attractive center, get rid of clutter, litter, crime, make it beautiful. And they designed this triangle logo, and lo and behold, it was still there. And during my term, and now Kathy's term, that triangle, there are about 6 ladies, I guess, that have designed that garden and focusing on diamond, like white flowers this year. That is still there, and that was one of the original beautification things that actually goes back to national time.
Very nice. So what's upcoming? What are the events or things we should be looking forward for?
Well, next week we're going to be setting up for the Roach Jones Duff Celebrate the Seasons. Last year we came in 3rd, the Women's Club, out of 32, I think, participants for our setting that we did. And the theme then called The Wild. And we have all of our members, we just put out on the newsletter, we need this, we need that, and this and that, and they bring them. We even had a huge bearskin rug that we put on the bed and everything, and replicated our area, sort of like being up in the Yukon. And this year we're doing the Wizard of Oz. And
that's one of our civic things we're doing. Also, too, there are several ladies. This will be is that our 3rd year to go to Newport to decorate for Christmas.
Oh.
So all the mansions that are open, and it depends on what day that you choose. The first year that I did, and you too, Kathy, we decorated the 2 Christmas trees at the Breakers.
The huge trees in the
yeah,
foyer.
the 2 giant trees facing the fireplace, not the one made with the poinsettias,
Yeah.
but the other ones. So I did not opt to go on the top of the ladder.
No,
that
that
hard.
was one of
But
our
like,
challenges,
I'll
let's say,
put
a
up
club
anything, but I'm
challenge.
not climbing that
Not going
ladder.
down that. So how many women do we have in our organization currently?
Right now, about 72, I think.
Okay.
Back in the 70s, their membership during Lois Murray's presidency was up to over 230 members.
Yeah.
And they had, I think, 35 groups, including golf and tennis.
So what do you think about the declining numbers?
Careers.
Okay.
Women in careers. They're
women
not
have to go to
home.
work.
They're at work. They're at work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which it's actually a good thing.
It is a
yes,
good
because
thing.
it's, you know, fighting for that equal rights, fighting for a woman's able
That's
to
right.
choose that I either can stay home or go,
Exactly.
you know, go to work. So it's actually a very good thing.
It is.
Lesser women, but
Yeah.
they're doing other things, right?
Exactly.
Still contributing in some other way.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So those are two of the civic things, and
Yes.
this speaker this next week will be on sustainability, how to
Oh.
improve our lives. So
Wow.
I'm anxious to listen to the speaker. So that I think that's
Improve
one
our
of our
lives.
biggest challenges.
Yeah.
Okay. Improve our lives in any, was it specific in what way? Is it talking about spiritually or?
That I don't know. We
Okay.
haven't heard the guest speaker yet. So
She's from the
it's
University of
piquing my interest.
Dartmouth.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming. I mean,
you're welcome.
watching the DVD, beautiful, well done history on this organization. And as I said, my thoughts before watching it changed.
Really?
It changed. I mean, as I said, I thought, okay, older ladies playing
Yeah.
homemaking, but that's not what you guys are about. And the fact that it's open to men as well, you know, I hope after
Absolutely.
watching the DVD and this interview, you'll see the numbers rising.
Oh, my.
Maybe some stay-home moms too.
Yes, and
Yeah.
stay-home dads.
And stay-home
Yeah,
dads.
we are moving to
exactly.
that kind of era.
That's
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Well, thank you so much for joining me once again.
Oh, you're
And I
welcome.
wish you all the best. And hopefully, I can join you for that upcoming discussion.
Well,
Well,
we
that
would
would be
love
great.
to have you.
We have a
Next
lunch.
Thursday.
Next Thursday
At noon.
At noon at Mattapoiset Library.
At the Raynard Hall
Okay.
at the Congregational Church.
Women's Club member Elaine Moynihan wrote a poem celebrating the club entitled Planting Time. To ensure a bountiful harvest of club members, first plant 5 rows of peas. Presence, preparation, promptness, purpose, perseverance. Next, 4 rows of lettuce. Let us be open to new ideas. Let us be willing. Let us be true to our obligations. Let us support one another. Then plant 3 rows of squash. Squash negativism. Squash criticism. Squash indifference. No garden is complete without turnips. Turn up with a smile. Turn up with determination to do all you can for your club. It's your club, the Mattapoiset Women's Club.
That's one thing about our club. We have not just stayed to ourselves. We branch out, and we are, a group that's very active, and we're always welcoming new members to come and join us.
Well, thank you so much for watching Wareham here at WCTV with me, your host, Queen Banda. Once again, today in the studio were the women from the Mattapoiset Women's Club. So with that, I say have a wonderful day.